else. And that's why I wrote the letter yesterday, or a couple of days ago, June 10th, yesterday, about Stevens. Just, can you imagine Jefferson Davis, Alex said terrible things about our country. This is like over 100 years after World War II. Some of these names were given to these bases, and you listen to who they are and what they said, and then you have the president make a case as to why a base should be named for them. He seems to be the only person left who doesn't get it. Now, as I said earlier, public sentiment is everything. This is a perfect time for us to move those statues, because other times people may think, oh, who cares? I never go there anyway. They all look alike to me. They're all these white men there. On the other hand, that's what I think. On the other hand, this might be, the timing might be just right.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.
Lawmakers continue to debate legislation for police reform after the death of George Floyd and after being criticized as symbols of racism. Calls are growing for Confederate statues to be removed from Capitol Hill. Capitol Hill correspondent Eric Rosales reports. Eric?
Well, Tracy, for years, African-American lawmakers have denounced the presence of statues honoring generals and others of the Confederacy. They are right here in the Capitol. Now, states do have the ability to determine which figure that they want to have here in the Capitol, but lawmakers were asked today if you could remove them, would you?
I think it's overdue. I think we realize across the United States that they are symbols of an institution of slavery which still plagues us today.
We should remove the Confederate statues. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Democratic senators say Confederate statues should go, but the push to also rename U.S. military bases honoring Confederates meets with resistance.
We need to deal with our past. We need to deal with all of its implications, and those are difficult. But I don't think that erasing it is the right way to do it. And I certainly don't think Congress should mandate it.
The House Speaker is defending her limited power to effect immediate change.
Let me just say that when I was Speaker, I did do what I had the authority to do, which was to relegate Robert E. Lee to the crypt. And I could move things around. I couldn't actually take them out. That requires something else.
Meanwhile, Senate Republicans are turning to one of their own for leadership and perspective on eradicating racism. Senator Tim Scott is proposing a bill that would establish a national database for police misconduct.
And under the leadership and guidance of Senator Tim Scott, at some point in the near future, we'll have recommendations to be made.
Senator Lamar Alexander said Senator Tim Scott told the Senate Bible Study Group he'd been pulled over by police in Charleston, South Carolina multiple times for being black at the wrong place and the wrong time.
He's been stopped 6 times in Washington, D.C. I've never been stopped.
And of course, we're still dealing with the COVID pandemic, and up here on Capitol Hill, it's no different. Lawmakers are still trying to push for more COVID-19 funding. And next week, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has already asked the task force of COVID-19 to give them a briefing on the latest. Tracy?
Okay, thank you, Eric. Correspondent Eric Rosales reporting from Capitol Hill tonight.
to remove an iconic and controversial monument that has stood in the former capital of the Confederacy for 130 years. The statue of General Robert E. Lee in Richmond, Virginia, has been a potent symbol of the Civil War, the Confederacy, and for many, racism.
Sides of world conflicts have always been financed by the same people. And as I've said before, there seems to be a method to the madness going on in the world. We know, of course, that we cannot depend on our leaders. Our leaders are misleaders. There is a science that they're following. They have their own agenda, and it doesn't include you.